airline pilots are continually faced with training for a new airplane or upgrading and requalifying in one of the many types of aircraft used in commercial airline operation. For many years, the only place that this training could be accomplished was right in the airplane. Today, most training is achieved in modern simulators equipped with sophisticated visual and motion systems. The highly mobile cockpit can create the effect of roll, pitch, and yaw very similar to what the pilot would experience during actual flight. A most exciting improvement has been the addition of visual simulation. This American Airlines DC-10 simulator is equipped with a closed-circuit television system projecting an image onto a screen located in front of the cockpit windshield. The picture is derived from a video camera positioned over a scale model depicting an airport and its environs. The movements of the camera over the model are controlled by a computer programmed to receive changing inputs from flight controls in the cockpit. And so, for training maneuvers, pilots are able to rely to a high degree for flight guidance on the projected image he sees through the cockpit windshield. Through the use of this type of simulator, it is possible to provide thorough and totally safe flight training. Let's go into the cockpit for a demonstration of the dependability, realism, and wide flexibility of flight simulation.
Welcome aboard. Our first maneuver will be the circling approach as demonstrated by the takeoff and climb, downwind leg, base leg, turn on to final and land.
During the takeoff roll, our captain uses ground reference cues to maintain runway alignment. His instruments to establish a precision climb attitude.
Positive rate of climb, gear up.
During climb out, his course alignment is maintained by ground reference, and he checks it against the flight instruments.
V2 plus 10.
Reaching a safe altitude, he makes a turn to the downwind leg for his circling approach. At the completion of this turn, he will be in position to maneuver for a landing.
Gear down.
Noticing that he is a little to the right, he continues the turn, making a gentle S to line up with the runway on the left.
Gear down, 3 green.
Keeping the runway in sight, he begins his descent. Finding that he's a bit high in the slot, he reduces thrust and eases the nose down to a higher descent rate. Now that he is coming into the slot, he eases the nose up and adds a little more thrust to stabilize in the slot. Crossing the approach lights now, the 1,000-foot bar. He gets ready to touch down. And touches down smoothly.
Our next simulator maneuver will be an ILS approach breaking through a 300-foot ceiling.
We're leaving 300 feet now. We're on localizer and on glide slope. Breaking out at 200 feet, the strobe lights come into view. Now we'll freeze the simulator at 150 feet to examine the Category 2 lighting system. You can see that the strobe lights stop at the 1,000-foot bar. There are flanking red lights between the 1,000-foot bar and the threshold. Beyond the threshold are the runway lights. All right, let's go down to 100 feet and freeze. We are right over the 1,000-foot bar. The visibility is now reduced to RVR 2400. If a pilot is able to see this light pattern following breakout, he may proceed down to a safe landing. Moving down to 50 feet. The visibility is further reduced to RVR 1200, still safe for landing. However, if visibility is further reduced below safe limits, the pilot must abandon the landing attempt and execute a missed approach procedure bordering a go-around.
Go-around thrust. Flaps 22. Rotate to climb.
Here at American Airlines, any maneuver that we wish to accomplish in the airplane can be just as effectively done in the flight simulator. It not only duplicates the cockpit environment, control inputs, response, and the total instrument flight characteristics, but it provides complete motion cues in all flight conditions. It has complete freedom to move in any direction that the aircraft can move in flight. It also provides complete flexibility in displaying the terrain that the airplane is being flown over in and around the airport. On the ground, the simulator is capable of providing visual guidance for taxiing to a gate and docking. The most valuable aspect of all this training is that it is totally safe. No one and no property is in danger while the crewmen are provided thorough and complete training, something that cannot be done in the airplane. The flight crew training has come a long way. However, we can't be satisfied until we have met our goal, a total utilization of simulation for a safe and thorough training program.